Okay, so this is about, hey besties, how you doing? Should I start with some water? Whatever. So I'm gonna draw out my project management plan for you. So this is project management for authors, and rather than just like going over it, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing right now, and then I'm gonna see if I can do it. I use a modified Kanban system. Kanban is I don't know, I'm freaking off. So there's three things. There's three statuses of a project, right? So you have inbox, doing, and done. All right, so I'm gonna go over my current projects. All right, inbox, doing, done. So my inbox, I have my romantasy, which I'm gonna put as ROM. And doing, I have Bodega Cat Volume 4, and then I have Food Truck. And then done, I have BC 1, 2, 3. Although there's going to be different shades. All right, so this is my current, like, this just happened. This is what's going on right now. So basically, inbox, I'm about to start doing this. I've actually like written one chapter of this. Doing, I'm actively working on these two projects. And then done, basically I would just move a card there. Right, so these are the different gradations of my overall projects, right? And for me, I tend to not want to have more than 3 things going on at once, and one of those 3 things is a writing project. One is my course thing I'm doing, but then there's gradations to that. So, okay, so what's next, right? So, how does something go from the inbox to doing, right? So, basically, when it's in doing, it's in primary draft, right? And now let me add a wrinkle, because what else is happening right now? This is September 12th. I have the audiobook, Caravan. I'm not actually doing that, but it's out there, right? So the status of this book is here, right? So I want you to think of it in 2 ways. Each of these is a project, and I'm kind of tracking the status independently. So this project is in drafting. This project is drafting. This is in holding. These are done drafting. These are going to be dev edited, right? So then what this is going to happen is that this is going to go back over to here. So we say Bodega Cat dev, right? And so I'm not the dev editor. I have a dev editor. Once they're done with that, it's going to move over here, and I will do the dev edits. It'll probably break up into like, let's say, Bodega Cat dev, right? So the status of a thing is based off of where it is, right? When the dev edit is done, when I've gone through it, then basically there's a line edit, and once the line edit is done, it's published, as far as I'm concerned, right? I'm done with the line edit. Unless there's like a glaring error and I do a 1.1 version, then this goes to done, right? And I do not do the line edits, I pay an editor to do that. I give them a nice clean draft, second draft, and they can fix anything that I'm missing, right? If I do an audiobook, then I would say I need to engage audio, and then once I have a thing, it would be here. But I'm not actually doing that. I'm just managing that, right? So the things that I'm doing, I've left it in green. The dev editor is going to take care of the dev edits, right? So what I'm doing is, my mental load is like a kind of a concept where you have the person who's managing the thing should not be doing the thing. So I'm doing the mental load of everything here in black, right? Although when I do the dev edit, I'm going to read through the dev edit and probably add something, right? I'm doing the green. I have people do the black for me up until like the point, right? So that's how I kind of manage a project. So think of a book from this perspective. what's the status of a book, right? If you can answer what's the status of your current project, then you can kind of see where it could be in the thing. Are you in the idea phase? It's probably in the inbox. Are you in the doing phase? Are you actively writing the thing? Then move it to the doing column and just say, I'm drafting book 1 of this, right? And then when it is done, put it over there for 30 days. If you're going to do a self-edit, bring it back to the inbox and then edit it that way. If you're going to do a dev edit, then bring it back to the inbox. Get to your dev editor. Some developmental editors have like a 6-month wait. I'm known for having developmental editors because I am a simple man and I cannot read it. I cannot release a bad book. Right. So at each step, you should say like, okay, so what's the next step? I've drafted it. Okay, get it to the alpha readers in my writers critique group. Has it happened? Yes, no. If it has happened, can I get it out to beta readers at Royal Road and Novelizing? Okay, if that's done, am I going to publish it, or is this for a fan fiction for fun? Okay, if I'm going to publish it, then I need to send it back to my dev editor. Unless I am a poor guy and I just use my alpha readers to be my dev editors and they suggest things. Don't do that if you can help it. You can do a really good self-edit and get something wrong. But yeah, where was I with that? So once it's done, I'm not thinking about it. And rather than keeping this up in my brain, because I'm a simple man, I just say like, okay, here's my current plan. Then I write it down and I put it aside and I just write it and I work on the thing that I'm doing. And I try to keep doing as little as possible, right? And then on Mondays, I go back and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna update my Kanban and does anything get it taken off? And the best thing is, because there's a Kanban thing inside of Obsidian, you can move the cards physically from one place to the other, and then like I'll have like a list of like 10 things that they're doing because I did them all, and then I clear the list at the end of the month. And I'm like, oh, this is so nice. Look at what I did. Sometimes I'll just add a thing to the Kanban list just to add it, and it's just so nice. So basically what project management is, it's just like, hey, am I doing the thing? And now from the other side, let's say that you are managing an author. You're like, okay, if you are a publisher, like, what's the status of you in terms of what you need to do? At some point in time, they've signed an agreement, right? And then next, they're going to give you a manuscript, and you have to do the developmental edits. You have to do the edits, get it back to them for their requirements, then get it back out, and then you can, like, what am I doing? I am doing contracts, I'm doing editing, and then I am publishing and getting the cover, putting it together, right? If you break it down to the steps you're going to take, you can understand what you need to do to get the project done. But if you don't stop and say like, okay, what is the thing that needs to happen next, then you're going to be like, and if you're trying to like say, hey, I can't, I'm going to keep it all in my brain. No, don't do that. Use a second brain. Make a Kanban, and then refer to it weekly, and then update it. And it might not work for you. The thing I found out, once I found a bullet journal, it's a good one, is that I'm not really using this. And maybe it's because I've had that same notebook for 3 years because it's so freaking long. But like, if the tool doesn't help you, don't use it. But the concept of like, these are the steps it takes to take a idea from manuscript to execution. Those are going to be the same. It's just how you do it. So I hope this helps. If it did, leave a comment, like, follow, subscribe, tell your mom specifically, because she was nice.